Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about IELTS speaking. How do you introduce yourself in an IELTS speaking test, okay? Welcome back guys. If you have not subscribed, please do subscribe. Okay. So now, IELTS speaking test, you are expected to introduce yourself. So how do you go about it? Do you give long and lengthy answers? Do you make your answers simple? Do you make it so short? So these are the questions that students often ask. So we're going to handle everything in this lesson. Okay, so once you enter the exam hall, it is advised that you don't sit down until the examiner tells you to do so. So you can just stand up, the examiner will be like, have a seat. Then you sit down. Okay, once you sit down, the examiner will sometimes some of the examiner will go into the questions and start with the interview. But some of the examiner will just be like, hello, how are you? What's the weather in your place? Just to make you warm and feel relaxed. So most of them are the smiley ones. They are oftentimes friendly. Okay, so now the examiner will make a phrase in order to fully officially usher you into the exam. The phrase goes like this. This is the International English Language Testing System on 3rd of March 2021. Candidate's name is Ujoma Judith. Candidate number 1234. Center number 456. Enter name is whatever. Then the examiner is Ujoma Judith. And the examiner number is 253. Okay, then they'll start asking you some questions. These questions are part of the exam. They are being scored, so you should be careful what you answer. You should mind what you answer, and should make it as formal as possible. It is being recorded, so you shouldn't worry if the examiner takes notes. What you should be focused on is answering your question and giving the examiner what he wants. Okay, so first question will just be like, can you tell me your name please? How do you answer this? Do you just say Ijoma? Do you just describe your name and explain how the name came about, who gave you your name? You have to make this as simple as ever. You can just answer it like this. My name is Ujoma Judith. Okay, you can also say it is Ujoma Judith. So just make it as formal as ever. Make it simple. Then the next question is, what shall I call you please? Now this is time to let the examiner know what the examiner can call you. If you have a nickname, you can do that. If you prefer any name, you can give. Okay? You can say, you can call me Judith. Or you can call me Liz if your name is Elizabeth. You can say, you can call me Henry. So whatever nickname you prefer. Okay? Then they'll be like, can you tell me where you are from? Okay? Now you're expected to say where, maybe your hometown or where you live. Whichever one you can answer very well. Can you tell me where you are from? And say, I am from Enugu, the eastern part of Nigeria. You can say, I am from Nigeria, which is located in the western part of Africa. That's all. That's what you should say. You shouldn't make it so long. Next question is, can I see your identification please? So this is where you give your examiner your form of identification, your passport. That's what they use most times. Whatever ID you have. Okay. So can I see your identification please? How do you answer it? You can just say, yes, sure, here you are, or here it is. With a smiling face, you hand over your identification, your passport or whatever to the examiner. Please, the rule of speaking is always wear a smiling face. Shouldn't, even if you were angry, even if you started to make mistakes in some things, you should always wear a smiling face. Okay, you should always wear a smiling face. It is very helpful. Okay, so What should you not do? What should you avoid in IELTS speaking? Number one is, do not try to be too clever. Yes, I know this is the time you show off yourself, show that you have good accent. This is the time you show that you know a lot, okay? But in this IELTS speaking, you just have to go direct and answer the question asked. Don't try to explain your name, to give meaning to your name, and then you see German, it means this, it means that. No one cares what your name means. No one cares when they gave you your name. Nobody cares who gave it to you. They just want to know your name. What is your name? So you're expected to go direct and straight to the point. You're not expected to run around to explain things that are not relevant. Okay? Now, example, do not try to be too friendly. Yeah, maybe the examiner might be your friend, or the examiner might be your cousin or whatever. Do not try to make some informal speeches like hi guy, what's up fella. All those are not accepted in IELTS. Everything there is recorded. So whether the examiner is related to you in one way or the other, you are marked down for using such words. So try to be as formal as ever. Okay? This speaking is just like an interview. So as you would go for an interview, as you would dress up, as you would become as the interviewer is interviewing you, that is the way you will have to do that. Okay? Do not memorize some words. I know as you're practicing, you already know some phrases, you already know some sentences you already made up some sentences in case if they ask you this question. And let me tell you, you may not, the questions you practice may not be the questions you'll be asked. So you might ask an entirely different question because questions are selected at random. So please avoid memorizing words. Do not memorize any sentence. The examiner will know, and if they know that you memorized some words, you will be penalized. Okay? Just try to flow naturally, try to be fluent, just try to be yourself. Try to be yourself and you give in the best. Okay? Now, do not try to form accents. You shouldn't form what you don't know, except if you have the accent, fine. Some people might have the accent. Some do not have the accent. Some try to form it. So if you are the kind of people like me that do not have the accent, please just be natural, be yourself. Do not form any accent because as you're forming it, you're making mistakes. Remember, IELTS speaking is not to know if you have an accent or not. Just testing how you pronounce some words, how fluent you are, and how you use your punctuations. So please desist from forming accents if you don't know it. If you know it, very fine, it's okay, you can use it. But if you don't know it, please leave accent and be natural. Then another thing is the natural fillers. You should avoid using those natural fillers. I understand that it's very rare. You may not take it out entirely from your speech, but you should reduce the rate at which you use them. You should reduce the rate as you practice. Try to make sentences straight without putting them. Just try. But if you cannot do it, just be yourself and go into the exam hall and you will do well.